Hey folks, we're here today with the all-new BMW 8 Series Coupe. Now, of course, this car also comes in convertible format. You can have one for about 300 grand on road. And I gotta tell you, from the outside, this is one gorgeous BMW. So I'm going to jump in a minute, but I do actually want to show you the exterior of this car because it is very, very nice. Now, starting with these very, very thin headlights. BMW tell me they're actually the thinnest light on any modern car that they make. Now, if you follow me around to the grille, you can see it's a little bit narrower than most BMWs, but it's very wide, and I guess that goes with the whole stance of the car. This particular one has got the carbon pack, which is about 7 to 8 grand. And you do get a lot of carbon elements throughout the car. The carbon roof is actually standard, but the side profile of the car is what really sets it apart from most of its competitors. This is a true GT, and you can see it from the wide hips back here. You can see them in the mirrors when you look behind. It just gives it that really good element of a sports car, and it's riding on these 20-inch wheels, which, you know, maybe could be bigger, but it works quite well and it doesn't compromise the ride. If you walk to the rear, this is my favorite part of the car, these taillights. Super thin again, but work really beautifully with this design. This is a great color to have it too. I think it's called Sunset Orange. It's a gorgeous looking car, but the best part of it, for me, is actually the interior. So here we are in the 8 Series going for a drive around country Victoria. First impressions, excellent daily. Wow, I mean, how comfortable is this car? I am really happy being here. I feel like I'm in a sports car with all the comfort of being in an SUV. I know that sounds weird to say, but the seats are so comfortable, and this merino leather here is really soft. It's really nice to sit on. It's the best leather you can get from BMW. This car, the 850 Coupe, 4.4 litre twin turbo V8, same engine as the M5, 390 kilowatts, 750 newton meters of torque, 0 to 100 in the Coupe for 3.7. in the convertible at 3.9. So you really have to love a convertible to sacrifice not only more money, but a slower car and also more weight, obviously. So look, it's quick, and I'm going to put it in sport mode and let you hear it. So have a listen. Let's go down and gear it. It's got that very, very atypical BMW sound. Go back into comfort. Look, it's not as loud as I was hoping, but then again, this is not the M8. This is just the 850, and the M8 is coming. So if you want to wait for something even grander, even faster, then that's where you're going to find it. BMW does say though that this car is very much at home on a racetrack. I haven't driven on a racetrack, but just driving it around town, I feel like I would never want to take this to a racetrack. And the simple fact of the matter is that this is a GT. This is such a great car to drive every day. It's so comfortable. It's so quiet in here. I can't hear anything outside. It's incredible. And I don't feel like that car really belongs on a racetrack. Obviously, some will take it. For me, this is the perfect car if you want to buy it as a daily. It's a great daily, but it's $300,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You can get an Aston Martin DB11 V8 for that. You can get a Vantage for that. Of course, just it has back seats. You can get a 911. You can get an S-Class Coupe for around that sort of price range. 300 grand is a lot of money. Personally, if it was me, and if I parked this next to an Aston Martin DB11 or a 911 Carrera, I would struggle to pick this, just on looks alone. From a refinement point of view, this is a better car than the Aston. It's probably on par with the Porsche. The interior is definitely nicer than the Porsche. The really two big screens is really nice. The fit and finish is really nice. I love the crystal on the gear lever and the start button and the iDrive controls, and the iDrive is fantastic. It's probably the best in the business, on par with the Mercedes MBUX system. So there's a lot going for this car, except the price point. just feels a little bit too heavy. So, and of course, being the type of car that it is, depreciation is going to be a bit of an issue. But if none of that stuff bothers you, and if you've had 3, 4, 911s so far and you want to change, then you're not going to regret buying a BMW 8 Series. I need to make that clear. You will drive this and you will love this every day. It's whether or not, though, paying that kind of money, you want something a little bit more unique. Because whilst I love the interior of this car, it's fair to say that there's a lot of parts in this that are shared with other BMWs. If you always wanted a really truly great BMW, this is the ultimate. This is the 8. Now, BMW only uses the 8 for its absolute pinnacle cars. You got the i8, you got the 8 Series in this, and you've had previous 8 Series in the past that have really showcased what the brand is capable of doing. So they've poured everything they know in this car, and it shows. So my point, it's expensive. If that doesn't bother you, if you've had a few other cars, if you want something different, go for it.